Hey Bart, it's Sunday and I've got 3 beautiful moments in film for you. Watch for the theme, see if you can guess where I'm going with these. The first is from a Coen Brothers movie, True Grit, available now on Amazon Prime. This is a 2010 film, not their best film, but when it's the Coen Brothers, all their films are worth watching, except for Lady Killers. And this one has a lot of beautiful moments in it. I chose this one because I really like it. Ready? Here we go.
Look here, I need a pony and I will pay $10 for one of them.
No, that's a lot price. No, wait a minute. Are we trading again?
All right, that was it. Can you guess what I'm going for yet? You might need a few more hints. Here, let's watch the next one on my list. This is a snippet from perhaps Luc Besson's best film that doesn't feature John McClane as a meat popsicle, Leon the Professional. Here, take a look at the clip I want to show you. Got it yet? No? All right, one more. And I think you'll see where I'm going with this. Okay, this one is my favorite on the list. So I saved the best for last. It's a clip from Hanna. This is a film by Joe Wright. It's kind of like a Grimm's Brothers meets Jason Bourne kind of a movie. And this is my favorite line from the film. And it is one of my favorite lines from any film, actually. I just think it's perfect. And it fits so well into the story. And I'll talk about why in a second. But first, let me show it to you. So here it is.
Why now, Eric?
Kids grow up.
Yes, I know there are 2 lines in that clip. I am talking about the Eric Bana one, the one about kids growing up. And that should be a clue as to what we're going for here with the theme. And Bart, I bet you can already guess where I'm going. This video about 3 beautiful moments in film is all about young actresses.
I say actor, not actress, because the word actress is nonsensical.
Sorry, young women actors absolutely hitting it out of the park with their performances in these 3 films. So let's go over each one of them one by one. This is Haley Steinfeld as Maddie, and she is just killing it in this scene. She is a young girl who is looking for justice for the killing of her father, and this scene doesn't have anything to do with that. The scene is just her negotiating, and it's just such a beauty to watch her take this hardened banker-type guy from this...
And I suggest you take the balance of it to the Woodson brothers.
...to this.
Lawyer Daggett will prove ownership of the gray horse. He will come after you with a writ of replevin.
A what?
Writ of
All right,
replevin.
now listen very carefully, as I will not bargain further. I will take the ponies back and the gray horse, which is mine, and settle for $300.
Now, the clip that I actually showed before was the day after, and it's a great way of showing that Maddie has an effect on the people around her. In fact, the effect on this guy is to leave him sort of depressed and malarial, but it's a joy to watch her do this to the people around her.
Look here, I need a pony and I will pay $10 for one of them.
No, that's a lot price. No, wait a minute. Are we trading again?
Next up is Natalie Portman in her debut in Leon the Professional, where I think she is just stunning. She does an amazing job here. And the clip that I showed is sort of at the end of the scene where she's walking back from the grocery store and she discovers that her family has all been murdered. So this is like the opposite of what happened to Maddie in the last one. This is a girl who is in a very powerless situation, asking for help. And at the end, I picked the clip where she and Leon come together and he lets her in. But there's a fantastic clip right before that where she's walking down the hallway and these goons are sort of looming over her. And it is absolutely amazing as well. Natalie Portman pulls off this performance without a hitch. It's pitch perfect. But the reason I like the ending is because it really tells the story of how this movie is going to work. Matilda is a girl who has too much chaos in her life. Her family is all over the place. Her dad is selling drugs. And she needs something stable. That's what she needs in her life. Leon, the professional, is the opposite. He has no chaos in his life. His biggest pleasure is taking care of his plants. And so this scene really shows how these 2 characters are going to be there for each other. We see them across the door from one another. We see Leon not wanting to let her in. He knows what that means. He comes from a world of violence, but he still doesn't want to let her in. And we see Natalie Portman begging to come in. And in the end, we see that this story is going to happen. If he didn't let her in, there would be no story here. But these characters need each other. And I think that's why this is such a beautiful moment in film. And last, we have the line from Eric Bana.
Kids grow up.
The star of this movie is definitely Saoirse Ronan. She's a young girl who's raised in isolation by her father to be a sort of a super soldier, but for good reasons. And if it was just that, it might be a fun movie, but it probably wouldn't be a great story. And I think Hanna is a great story. Some of the best parts of this film are when she's fighting, but some of the best parts are when she's out in the world as a human being, discovering a world that she never really imagined as she grew up in the icy north. She's making friends, she's going on road trips, and yeah, she can fight like John Wick, but that's not the heart of the film. The heart of the film, I think, is this one line.
Kids grow up.
Because kids do grow up, whether they're trained killing machines or not. At the same time, the line changes the entire movie, the entire perspective, because a lot of this movie you're watching and you're getting a feeling for Hanna, but you're thinking Eric Bana, her dad, is kind of a jerk at best. He kept her alone in the woods for many, many years. But this line changes all that. You see him as a father struggling to do right by his daughter in a world that's kind of crazy, and if you can't relate to that, you probably don't have kids. Because isn't that what every parent is really trying to do? And we're all failing in some ways, and we're all succeeding in other ways, because nobody really knows what the heck you're supposed to do with your kiddos. But I think Bana gives great advice. Kids, grow up. The world is out there, and they're going to find it no matter what you do. So yes, you prepare them as best you can, but mostly you prepare them to meet things that you don't know are going to happen. The world is going to be different from what you thought it was going to be, and that's why this line to me is one of my favorite in all of film. So I think it's amazing to see these kids surprising you, and as a reminder to have faith in them. Haley Steinfeld, Natalie Portman, and Saoirse Ronan absolutely carry these films, despite being surrounded by older, more experienced actors who are totally doing a good job. There's a saying in Hollywood that you should never work with animals or kids. But sometimes, if you want to tell a great story, you got to break the rules. So that's it for me, Bart. What do you think? What are some other fantastic performances by kids? You want to take a look at Leo in What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Or Elle Fanning in Super 8? Or Jodie Foster in, like, anything she did before, I don't know, The Blood of Others? Fantastic. I'd love to hear it. That's it for me with another round of 3 beautiful moments in film.